You dig my name, rah 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 rah, ba 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 ba. Don't you ever Man need a metal sub. Man need a sub bass. Sub bass. Let's see how this sounds. This is Bluetooth.
The place where I do my thing. I show you my thing.
Yo. Now we've got this show on the road. I've discovered like Pirate Studios. So this is my second time at Dalston. And I think out of all of them, it's probably like the most comfortable one I've been to, because I haven't experienced it when there's like a bag of stuff there. But anyway, I'm here and I'm working on the Autobiography of a Nobody album, EP, whatever you want to call it. I'm kind of behind schedule, but you know what? I don't care, because it will come out when it comes out. But ultimately, I know I've been putting it off for time. The Euros has been on. I haven't really been podcasting or anything else. I've just been working, watching football, spending time with my girl, and living life. I haven't done anything creative, and ultimately, sometimes I do feel bad for that. I feel bad. But today we're here at Pirate, or I'm here at Pirate, shall I say. And I'm trying to finish off this piece of work. So at the moment I'm working on Can't Stop. And Can't Stop was written at a time when I was really trying to find a job and really trying to legitimize life in it. Like I was just kind of lost, didn't have a job, just finished like doing other stuff. And I was trying to find a way onto the straight and narrow. You know what I'm saying? And it's just before, I'd say it's probably the summer before I started working at Primark. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it must have been probably around early 2005, must have been, or 2004. Must have been written around them times, because there's a bunch of lyrics I've written at different times and put it on the track. But that's what I'm going to be working on today. I've already done the long thing of like separating the machine channels and whatnot. So I guess like now it would be time to arrange the tracks, pull in the MIDI and stuff like that. And also the aim for today is also to do super reality as well, because where the plugins have changed, some of the audio or plugins I used before, it was made when I was using 16-bit, and now it's 64. So you can imagine like the amount of years ago it was made. Like I said, it was made between probably around about 2008 and 2012. So since those 4 years, a lot of software has changed. A lot of plugins I've used have become redundant. But yeah, that's me. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I'll see you on the other side, but here's a little preview. Hopefully it ain't too loud. And you might remember this beat from a Twitch thingamajig I did. So let's see.
I can't stop, I won't stop, I'll keep on rhyming till my heart stops. On the track, I'll make your body rock, pop your body like spots. Great bars, I've got them on stock. I draw tick girls on every talk.
And you know what? Mix pointed out something very interesting to me. He was like, fam, you know that you predicted TikTok? And I'd take it as a compliment. But then I can't totally take that, because, you know, back in the day, man used to call girls tick, innit? But then I realised that it was short for thick, which is, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I can't take credit for like predicting TikTok. It was just like drawing girls, like, you know, pulling girls on every tick. I draw tick girls, like thick girls on every talk. So it's a play on the clock, as well as girls being tick, thick, and just drawing them around the clock. Although, to be honest, I'll be honest with you, like, I seldom got a lot of girls when I was younger. Even when I was older, I didn't. But, you know, girls drew me. Attracted to that high value. Anyway, but yeah. I spent the past 40 minutes, and this is why I never can finish tracks because I spent the last 40 minutes, best believe, trying to like remember how to bloody route the tracks out of Machine into Logic, drag the MIDI in, and then avoid them all playing in the same track. And it took me 25 minutes. And I thought to myself, this time, I'm not going to Google it. I'm not going to do none of that business. I'm just going to try to remember. So I remember now, so it should be easier, but it's bloody frustrating. I wish there was an easier way for Native Instruments and for Logic to just combine and talk to each other. So if you've ever heard like random beats from me, and just wondered why does he never bring it out? Why is it never mixed? Because I just can't be bothered for the headache. I should be bothered, but I'm not bothered, but fuck it. Anyway, I've done it now and it's like 16:50, so I've spent the first hour trying to reroute it. I've dragged the drum MIDI into Logic, ready to work. Now I've got to get my head around dragging the bass and the synth because they're in a separate group on a separate channel. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. All right, catch you in 5. Boom! I feel like now I have completed this track. I don't know what is next. So gotta go to I'm Real. What? Of course I'm real. The only thing is, all of my files, this is just like being at home because the chair just squeaks, but all of my files are spread across so many different places, and because everything's been made in a different era, yeah, I find it hard to find a lot of things because they were made in different eras, and you know, they're probably potentially under different aliases as well. So at the moment I am looking into files from the Calamari phase. It could be in Coffin Dodge, or like man just had mad weird alias names. It's not Mercazoid. It wouldn't be in the Mercazoid phase. That was like early back in the Mac and whatnot. That's the one where I made Inshallah, where I proudly sampled the opening of, like the recitation of an opening of a prayer, innit? Sick. But to get that sample, I had to venture into the deep depths of Whitechapel, into like, I think one of the shops in front of the Grand Mosque and stuff, to get like couple CDs, innit? Couple CDs of recitations and stuff, and I went through all of them trying to find the perfect intro, and I found it. Let me see if I can find that track. And this is the part where I just get sidetracked, innit? Yeah. There we are. So when was this created? Ah, man. Everything's gonna say 2021 because obviously I've saved a new version of said track. So let me see if I can go to the file itself. Okay, so I originally made this on Monday the 11th of April 2011. Hot diggity dog. And a couple plugins are missing, like the Tal Electro, the Tal U, and that's when I was using those free plugins heavy because they're remodels of like old synths and stuff. Yeah. And this is one of my favorite rhythms. You know why? Not just because I've got the recitation in there, but because there's a bit towards the end of the track where it breaks down and all you hear are the drums, and it's just like a force of nature. And it's a shame that I've never really like bounced it or DJ'd it when I'm playing out or anything like that, because it was a sick rhythm. And I don't even think the Mercazoid is in there anymore as well. So let's see what happens.
Mercazoid.
There it is. Like that part of the tune, my favourite. And you know, it reminds me of like in school, there was a brother, and big up to you wherever you are. There was a guy called Raimi, right? And man used to freestyle, innit? Like, I don't know if he was officially an MC, but you know, one of those musical man them that could flow. And whenever that breakdown, when I made that breakdown, I was listening back to it, I always thought of Raimi, because I remember a time where he was freestyling, he was just doing this, yeah? And I was like, nah, man's in the pocket with the groove. So big up to you wherever you are. I ain't seen man or heard from him in nigh on probably like 20 plus years. But big up to you, innit? Big up to everyone that like was in the area, the Misfits. Ooh. Like sick. But yeah, like man went across London to the east side just to get some recitation CDs in order to pick that out. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessed track still. And I guess probably the reason why I didn't like put it out or anything like that. Because number one, I guess at the time I was shy about my faith and stuff like that. But then also, you don't want to give that to someone and someone starts putting a lot of crud on there when you've got the recitation that, you know, is in the name of the beneficent, the merciful, the all-knowing higher power. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put anyone spitting some crud on there. No, you don't. It's just a beautiful tune to listen and vibes to, innit? This was made on the 30th of April 2012 at around about 20 past 12 a.m. When I created it, my brother's come in my room and he was like, "You been smoking?" And I was like, "No, I hadn't been smoking. I just made it because, you know, that time man was really doing up Job Center. So I got a few plugins that I no longer have access to. But this is the second tune I'm going to concentrate on today, which is Super Reality. So I'll play it a bit. It contains a sample from like an Al Jazeera report about the rise of food banks and stuff, because that's when we was deep in austerity as a country and the effects of, say, the global financial crisis from like 2008-ish or whatever, when a lot of people had lost out their jobs and were looking for jobs and shit.
Here we go. It's because there's so many people looking for work, the employers are paying less and demanding more.
Bars.
Yeah.
Bars.
Yeah.
Walking into the job centre is a naked trek. My hat covers my eyes. It's embarrassing. I say a prayer before I leave home. Please, Lord, don't let me see anyone I know.
You dig my neck, rah 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 rah, ba 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 ba. Don't you ever man need a metal sub. Man need a sub bass. Sub bass. Let's see how this sounds. This is Bluetooth. Do you know what I like? That me nah go change course. Me nah go change course. You see it? Oh, yeah, a lot.
Khalid, the place where I do my thing.